Hi, welcome back to the final day of the Finding Your Balance Basics Wellness series. Today we have some very important conversations to cover and some exciting announcements. So today I am in my kitchen because truthfully I could also use a little bit of a reset, and I've been doing my own research this week and finding some new recipes and ideas to eat healthy. I think everybody struggles with having weeks where they don't eat as well as they could, or they just don't have enough time or energy to commit to that project. So I am definitely guilty of that as well. And I realized, I could do some of this work myself and I could really benefit from it. I do this about once a year, once or twice a year, and honestly it really does help me, and I think that shows that all of us, even if we are wellness minded, that we need to take this time to focus on our habits and our goals, or else it's just going to be impossible to stick to. And that's not just a personal willpower problem. It's really everybody can struggle with that, and you're not guilty or shouldn't be ashamed of yourself for not succeeding 100% of the time. So that's the first thing I want to say today, and I just want to say welcome back. So before we get started, I want to say that this video is probably one of the most important ones in terms of important content for what you need to know moving forward. The whole theme of the day is setting yourself up so you can stick to your plan. So this is the most important one, and if you are feeling distracted right now, if you're at work or if you're on your phone, you're looking at Instagram, come back and watch this video when you feel a little bit more ready, or just put your phone down because you really want to listen. Now that we're ready and we're seated and comfortable, I wanted to start off by just asking you one question, and that is, do you really think that short-term or long-term healthy eating campaigns are actually effective for your health? Here's the thing that I think American media gets really confused about healthy eating habits, and how they really don't portray that effectively. And I think that's where health food overlaps with sports nutrition, and how a lot of health food options are promoted by sports nutrition or athletes. And I think the hang up here and where it gets confusing really is that in sports you often think there's a mentality of no pain, no gain. And we see a lot of these athletes pushing themselves, pushing themselves, pushing themselves. But I have to be honest with you, the professional athletes in the world are typically some of the unhealthiest people, because their bodies are really not necessarily built to be doing what they are doing on a very, very consistent basis. So a lot of them end up having serious health conditions or very serious symptoms. And an average person should really not compare their efforts or their experience to an athlete that they see promoting a certain health food product or lifestyle. And we also shouldn't be comparing ourselves to celebrities, because they have assistants, they have chefs, they have shipping. They can very easily accommodate their pitfalls where they get stuck, and it makes it a lot easier for them to really succeed with their efforts. So don't compare your efforts or your success with anybody else's, because it really does not tell you what you need to know about your health and what you need to do to succeed and be efficient. So let's go back to that original question. Are healthy eating campaigns effective? And I think that they can be, but largely they're not, because when a lot of people do a diet, they think, oh, well, I'm supposed to experience some kind of pain to achieve the results that I want. I'm supposed to feel like a detox, or I'm supposed to feel symptoms as I get rid of all this toxic waste, or my body's just adjusting to this lifestyle. But really, those experiences should not be ignored if you are having a bad time on a diet or you don't feel good while you're dieting. And I say this because I think a lot of times people get stuck in this habit or mindset when they start a healthy eating campaign or project or lifestyle phase where they push themselves to the max and they stress themselves out so much and they push their bodies so much that they are really counterproductive to the progress that they could see. And when I say this, I mean to say that rest, peace of mind, ease, and also just routine is extremely important when you are trying to eat healthier, and if you want to succeed, if you want to succeed in a short amount of time especially. So just keep in mind that the best way to succeed with a healthy eating campaign is to adopt a one step at a time and really reflect on your current lifestyle habits and don't just 180 everything that you're doing. You really need to keep within your normal boundaries and kind of work forward with that one by one. And if you find something along the way that's, no, this is not going to work, then you need to reassess that particular point a little bit longer to find something that is accommodating. I've worked with a lot of people who've told me that they've tried a number of different diets where they ended up just not feeling very good towards the end of it or at some point. And my takeaway was always like, why are you allowing yourself to make these decisions when you feel so bad? And some of the symptoms that people experience on certain diets are very extreme, and that's not helpful to your results. And I think that you should not ignore it. Another thing to keep in mind is that we can differentiate consciously between needs and wants. And I think that's another piece of information missing from a lot of diets where people just get very lost in that definition, but our physical body does not know it the way that we consciously do. And you can really actually experience want as a nutritional deficiency. So if you need certain nutrients, then it can cause you to crave certain foods, and you will just think that you want that and that you have a problem with willpower, when really you just actually need something in that food. And if you learn what those nutritional deficiencies are, then you can understand better ingredients to choose from and understand that you can sometimes go for the things that you want because they're not going to be as strong of cravings if you're really putting in those quality ingredients that do fuel that need. And if at the end of the day you say, hey, I still want it because it's an emotional need, then you can allow yourself that freedom as long as you're putting in that effort to stay healthy and you do have some level of willpower where when you're full or when you realize I've had enough of this thing that I want, it's not as tasty as it was on the first two bites, then you can really mindfully understand where your limitations are, and you can mindfully understand that willpower has nothing to do with the conscious mind and everything to do with understanding your physical body. So in terms of sticking to your plan and being able to do that long term with some level of food freedom, it takes quite a lot of reflection. And we've done so much in this week. Just this week, we've learned so much on really how far we can reflect on our eating habits and really how much you can learn from it. And even just in the week that I've shared with you today, there is so much more information that I haven't touched on because there are different lifestyle factors that have nothing to do with eating that really make the biggest impact, like finances or transportation or the grocery store nearby or your utensils. So keep in mind that if you're struggling through a diet, or if you have struggled through a diet and you felt like you're beating yourself up for your progress, then you're doing the wrong things and you're not looking at all of the little lifestyle factors that play into it. And really moving forward, if you want to stick to your plan, you need to put it in that work early on. And while it is time consuming and it is hard, there really is no excuse, because once you've done that work, you can pretty mindlessly make choices very easily that are much healthier for you. You're really reshaping your mindset, and doing that can allow you to have freedom with your choices and that peace of mind, so that when you do make choices, you don't have that pressure, you don't have that stress. You've already planned everything out to the point where you feel confident, you feel comfortable, and you give your physical body that creature comfort of, we're trying, we're getting what we need, and everything's good. And the part that was the most difficult for me in creating this training was putting together information about what certain cravings mean, what certain symptoms mean, and how to really unpack that so that you know what nutrients are going to fuel you the best and what nutrients are going to hurt you the most when you have those problems. So I worked really hard. I dedicated so much of my time, energy, and everything that I've learned about nutrition, and I put that together because I have always envisioned giving people that opportunity to learn at home and not to just rely on a healthcare professional. I think that we can all have that opportunity to take matters into our own hands and really truly understand what it is our body's asking for, and learn what we can do to really fuel ourselves and feel so healthy without being blind. So what I've decided to do, for those who are super dedicated to moving forward and have a lot of questions, I've opened up 5 spots for $50 off, and those spots are going to go super quick because this group has been amazing and really dedicated this week. So definitely in the next 24 hours, get on that page and sign up with that code quickly before the spots are gone. Now, that is my last tip for the day. I really can't wait to see who joins me in the program. I know the group is going to be amazing. It has been so incredible this week, and you guys are really inspiring for me, and I really cannot wait to teach you more and help you stay on track with your progress, because I know you can do it, and I know with the program you will 100% succeed and feel really good. You're going to feel super healthy and also just really confident in what you're doing with your goals. I'm going to get in the kitchen and work on some recipes that I've seen this week, because it's been super inspiring and I gotta get cooking. So I hope you guys have a great day, and please let me know if you have any questions at all.